Hello, Gizbos, and welcome back to a new series on the channel here on the Legend of Joey YouTube channel. And we're bringing you a new series of FIFA 23 created players with friends and family with Drayton Town. I've done this before, but this time there is just a little bit of a change to the squad. There are some players that are going out, some players that are changing positions, and then new players coming in altogether. Some are returning and some are brand new altogether. So we'll go down the list as always, and I'll introduce everyone really quickly to how I know them and where they will be playing in the squad. So there's a bigger squad this time. I used to do 22 players. That was 11 for a first team, 11 for a second team cup team that I used to always do as well. But this time there is many more people that are in this I guess in this squad, and it will be harder for rotation. So the first player in this team from top to bottom really is Sov. Really nice guy. He will be our main goalkeeper. I've known him for quite a long time. Used to go to the same school, hang around with the same friends, play football and everything like that. Just a really nice guy, really down to earth. Plays in goal, always volunteers to go in goal straight away. So he is in a goal for us. And then when we go further down the list here, we have Ian as our other goalkeeper, second choice goalkeeper, just into the fact of either home or away. They're both going to be first choice goalkeepers, I guess, but it depends on how it fits in with the season. And then finally, third goalkeeper is Jan, a new person into this team. I know him online playing with B on different other games, but Jan has now stepped up and is now introducing into our squad as the cup goalkeeper. So he replaces Alfie, who has completely gone out of this squad altogether. He was in goal, and then I was going to try him out in like sort of midfield defence, but he is now just completely gone, and he has actually been replaced with Morgan, who is Kian's, who's my brother, Kian's best friend, who I've recently met. Really nice guy, really good at actually football in his little age group. He is right-footed but plays left back. So really good to know that he can do kind of both positions, because that means as a fullback he can play left back and right back because he's both footed. So really easy, I guess, on the eye that you can play both positions, because that's really quite handy if you have a right-footed defender but can play left back and right back. It just makes sense. So he is in. So two new people in. Excited to see how they do in terms of the season and the stats and how everything goes into that. So we go into our normal defense as the first choice left back, Ryan. Really genuine, 100% nice guy. Can't fault him for anything. Thinks of other people first. Really friendly. Did a lot for me, taking me and all the lads to Pompey away games when we won League Two so long ago, and then other league games and home games, and just seeing him out and about. So really friendly guy. So he is still staying in at left back. Then we have Novio, who of course used to be our goalkeeper for quite a long time actually. He was in the goal for about 3 or 4 FIFAs that I did it at the very start for. But now want to see Novio out on pitch. He's done it for a season in the previous FIFA. So really keen to see how he continues. Another person added to the fray of this team is Dave, who is Mikey and Dan Everett's dad. He used to help coach us when we used to do this team back, say, 8 to 10 years ago, for the last 7 years or whatever that we did it. He used to help coach the team and players and everything like that. And I've known him all my life. He lived next door to my grandparents, and just felt like an uncle to me. So, yeah, he's in here. So again, excited to see how the new player does in the cup. And then we walk down here a little bit into our centre backs. Dan and Chris, both centre back partnership, been a key asset. Chris actually used to play right back, but of course was then changed into centre back because we had Rob Lattimore, of course, who is still here as a centre back, but he has now moved to a cup centre back. While Chris has gone from right back into a first choice centre back, and of course we've got Dan, who's Mike's brother. Again, I've known him for ages, known him all my life. We used to play Nintendo 64. As I was a kid, he was I think a couple of years older than me, maybe 3 or 4 years older than me. But used to play like GoldenEye, Mario Kart with him and Mikey, and it used to be just really good fun, and we used to just get on really well. So I've got nothing but love for all these guys. That's why I've taken the time and effort to create all of them in here. So we have these three as sort of centre backs here, and then here you see two more people here. We'll start off with Dark Lord first. Was in it for one FIFA when I did it with Pompey, but he has come back into the team. Um, I guess he was out for it just because of personal issues, a lot of stuff going on in his life, doing exams and everything like that in America and doing his school stuff, and sort of other commitments getting away. So he's now back, ready to go, I guess, and show me exactly what I've been missing in terms of, I guess, a team. Sort of the height. He's really tall. He's powerful in the air, so hopefully he can build that on and maybe push into the first team. What I will say is that anyone in this team, whether if it's myself or my best friends, if they're not playing well, they won't be in the team. They'll just get dropped for someone who's doing better in the cup or whatever. So no one is safe in terms of this. So again, Jaden, new player, excited to see how he does. And then we come into Ian, of course, known him on Twitter, massive Leighton Orient and Atletico Bilbao fan. Really nice guy, really friendly, looks out for sort of everyone on Twitter and messages me on a constant basis of how we're getting on with football and just asking how everything is. So really nice guy. So he's now introduced into the team, and then hopefully I can see how he gets on. So that's all the defence done. I guess you can say centre defensive midfielders as well as part of the defence. But yeah, we'll move on to that. So Tommy, we'll start with Tommy here and Paul. Both 63, both really good. Tommy actually used to be the goalkeeper for us for the first 2 seasons, but then came out and went into centre mid and centre back and all over the place. So centre defensive mid is where he's going to fit in. Really nice guy, really friendly. He used to go all the Pompey away days with. And Paul, really nice guy. They're all lovely lads. But Paul, I've known for probably less of the time of people in terms of all of this group. But again, didn't stop me becoming really good friends with him. Really nice guy, really funny. Certain away days that he's done with us has absolutely been hilarious. So just generally really funny. And then Tony, my step granddad, if you will, coming into this team first time, see how he gets on. Another added person into this squad, someone who's in there, someone who's done it before, the more experienced head in real life. He's probably the oldest out of all of them, maybe him or Dave, but yeah, really experienced head, knows the game inside out, and had trials at a few half decent teams back then, I guess. But yeah, really excited to see how he gets on. And then Alfie making a return. He used to be our main centre back when Drayton Town was first formed. He used to play in centre back and centre mid. Did it for about 3 or 4 seasons, and then just didn't want to do it anymore. I think to be fair, we started out as like friends doing it for fun, and actually it got into a stage where other people joined, and it became more serious in a way. And some people didn't like that; they just wanted to play football on a Saturday for a kick around. So that's fair enough. But Alfie is here, big, strong unit, and I'm really excited to see how he gets in. Of course, knowing Alfie, he wanted 69 as a number, so absolutely fine with that. It's just the type of funny guy who he is. So really keen to see how he gets on in sort of coming off the bench and starting in the cup. And then we have Tyler. Some people may remember Tyler. He was in one Pompey team as a right back. We've got too many right backs. We've got too many centre backs, left backs. We've got so many of that. To be fair, we've probably got a lot of centre defensive midfielders as well. But it's just where he can really fit in. It's where the 3 choices that he gave me where he wants to play. He did really well in my Pompey career. So as a more advanced position, shall we say, that he's going to play, be really excited to see how he gets on, again, coming off the bench sometimes or starting in the cups. And then we come down to the 4 wingers, starting with Jax. Known Jax for quite a while. Really quick winger, very fast as well, and scores a lot of goals. So excited to see how he gets on. Myself, I won't say much about myself really, but as a former winger, as I used to be, playing on the left or right for the last 13, 14 years. Really keen to see what I can do really and put it in the what I used to do, I guess, into this and be the star lead. And then B, one of my other good friends I've known for about 5 years online, as you do, just playing computer games these days. And then we just really hit it off. And now, yeah, he is here, hitting hitting the FIFA. The stats are higher. Always going to be good now. He's getting used to it. Going to perform really well. The main interesting thing for B is that he's done his own goal scoring bonus once. So I really want to get him doing that. And as all players, really, I want all of them to do their bonuses, whether it's clean sheets or appearances. I'd rather have it either clean sheets or goals. But be really excited to see B complete that. And then we move into the centre attacking midfield. No, we move into Kean. As I said, Kean, my brother used to play left back on this into the cup. He still will be in the cup squad, but he has now moved to the right wing as a more advanced player. That's where he's playing in real life. He's playing off the wings, either right or left, same as me. I guess it just runs in the family, I suppose. But he will be starting on the right in the cups, and if needed, sometimes can come in off the bench. So Kean, again, new position. So hopefully he does well in that. Then we move on to the centre attacking mids. Move on to Neil, probably the most experienced player in terms of playing loads of games for different teams, scoring important goals, defending from the front in real life. So trying to get that into FIFA. Also want to get that into FIFA that he's not scored a lot of goals, actually, in all fairness. He's never been the top goal scorer. He's never got double digits. It's really weird how Neil plays in FIFA for some reason. I don't know if it's the positioning or might have to put him more forward, but hopefully he can get that and go forward. And then we move into Danny, again, a best friend of B's and myself. So Danny is in Germany, so hopefully we can get him into this sort of team gelling with other players as well. And hopefully he can score goals. Him, Jax, and of course I'll move on to Ocean in a minute, but them three in the cup just absolutely tear it up every single time. So hopefully they can continue that in the Drayton team because they've always done it in the Portsmouth team. And then we move on to, I guess, the main man of the series, as it has been over the last couple of seasons. Mikey just scores goals. That's who he is. He's a man who scores goals. Scores goals out of nothing, creates chances out of nothing. He'll be standing on the halfway line himself, hold the ball up for 10 seconds, and then score. I remember a goal. It was me and him versus 7 other players in the pitch. They were defending a 1-0 lead with like 5 minutes to go. And I just remember me and Mikey were on the halfway line, going into their half, like sort of counter attacking, but they all got back really quickly. It was just me and Mikey versus like 6 or 7 players. We just looked at each other and just switched it on, and he just put 2 balls through, played a couple of 1-2s, 2 ball throughs. He put a great ball through like 6 players right through the middle, was 1-on-1 with the keeper and scored. And it rescued a point for us when we were sort of challenging for the top 4 in our leagues, what we used to do, and then it would be like the top. I think it used to be the top 6 versus the bottom 6 or 7 and 7. He used to play a cup to see who would win out of the top versus bottom. And used to like play in stadiums and stuff like that. But his just chances from nothing. He scores from halfway lines before I've seen him do it. Seen him score screamers and create chances. So he is the main vocal point. We will be building this team around him. In terms of formation and everything like that, but he's a main man. I've known him for 27 years, an absolute legend. I love the guy so much, like a proper brother to me. So yeah, really excited for him to score goals. But again, just because he's my best friend, same as B, same as Chris and Tommy and stuff like that, and Paul and Ryan, if they don't score goals, they won't be playing. So if they don't perform well, they won't be playing. And then we move on to Ocean. I guess the little wizard, really. He's an absolute genius when it comes to this. He knows nothing about football in real life and wants to be a part of this, which is great. But he just scores goals in cups. He like feeds off Mikey in this vibe. Like when Mikey plays, Ocean just learns off him, and then Ocean just transforms it into the cup. Like I said, him, Danny, and Jax just turn it on in the cup and just score like 30, 40 goals between them all season in the cup. They're just absolutely fantastic players, and so hopefully they can do that in the leagues, which would be nice because obviously we would want that more into the league. So if I'm right in counting, there is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. There are 25 players, more than normal, which is absolutely fine. There's three more than cups, but obviously wanted to keep it so there'll be two players that might not get a game in the squad. They'll be either on the bench or not participating. But that depends on how the season goes, how the form goes, and how everyone gets on. So it's a really interesting people. There's a mixed variety. There's pace, there's tallness, there's power, there's muscle, there's speed, there's skill, strength. People score goals, creativity. There's literally everything that we've got in this team. High ratings, low ratings, medium ratings, but it's just a team mixed together with its cohesiveness and how we will be playing this football. So that is literally it, guys. That is the first episode. I'll be doing these through episodes, episode 1, 2, 3, literal details through everything from the team to the manager to how the club came about. I'm going to take this all proper seriously. Going to put all my energy into this. If I don't upload for a couple of days, I'm really sorry, but I'm just trying to rebuild that energy to do it. I've got work commitments and everything else like that. So I will be doing this. Look out for all these videos. Hit the bell notification. Subscribe as well. Keep an eye on this series. Would love all of your feedback. How one player might do to another player might do, how your own player, if you're in this, do you think you become top goal scorer? Do you think you become top assister? If you're a goalkeeper, do you think you're going to get the most clean sheets? Like little battles, you're going to do better than friend on here. So like Tommy and Paul and Mikey, they're all friends, but who's going to do the best? And Chris as well. So be really interesting to see how we all get on. So I will now go ahead and do all the other videos and stuff like that. But this is episode 1, meeting the players. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I see you sticking around for all the series and see the comments and stuff like that and interact with you during that as well. So as I said, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.